Hello everyone, it's Della DuLac. Today I'm going to share with you my alternate samples from the September 2022 Paper Pumpkin Kit. Super cute little Halloween themed box. There's some cute little treat boxes in here. When you become a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, in your very first box you always get a clear block. You want to save that to use with the rest of your stamp sets that come in here. And they always have a fun little flyer to give you a little sneak peek of what is coming in the next box. So we have our October and November kits that are going to be Christmas themed. Those are going to be really fun. But this is the box that we're going to use today. This is the treat boxes. You get 18 cute little treat boxes in here. So you get 6 of each design, so there's 3 designs. And they're very cute, so you can put all these together and either hand them out to some trick-or-treaters, or maybe if you have more than 18, I have way more than that, they would be great for neighbor gifts or around the office or something like that. Very cute. You always have these little diagrams to help you put them together. I'm a very visual person, so it's very nice that they have just kind of follow along with the pictures as you go. Or you can do as I do and just sit down and take everything out of the box and play with what's in there. I really like to look at my Paper Pumpkin boxes as a supply box. So let's see what else we've got in here. This is the cute little stamp set. I'm going to put that over here. We have some little stars that they're on a little sticker sheet, so they have glue dots in the back. You can peel those off and stick those to your projects. Here are these are the outer portion of the boxes that you wrap around the box. I'll show you how to put those together. And I'm going to cut some of these apart, do some different things with these. Little die cut pieces, little labels, some extra cardstock I threw in here. Okay, let's move those. These are the little boxes. So this is how it looks when you put one of these together. I'll show you that. So you've got some orange pumpkin pie, some white, and some black boxes. But they're white on the other side. So you could totally put them together inside out if you want more white ones. So this is one of the orange boxes. Let me pull that open. So it's orange on this side, but I put it together inside out. So if you want more white ones, which I do, you can just put them together like that. You can see a little bit of the orange peeking in there. I think if we glued these little flaps closed, maybe you won't see it as much. Just kind of a hint of orange in there. But for the most part, it's a white little box. So here are some of my cards, my alternate cards. There's some extra little pieces here. Let's move that. You always get an ink spot. In this one we have the Orchid Oasis, one of the in colors. And I love the tissue that we have. Sometimes I'll use these on cards, or sometimes I'll save them and actually use them in a gift packaging. I like the boxes too, some of our fun little themed boxes. These are great to keep things in, or you can fill them with cards and give it away as a gift. So let's move that box. Here is my samples. I don't send a whole lot of Halloween cards, but if you do, these would be some fun alternates to do with this. Let's move this. So this is the little overlay box that you would put around here. Let's actually turn these, because I'm going to cut these apart and use them for something else. I actually might put a few of these together for just some neighbor gifts. But the way that this works is you want to fold all of these. These are pre-scored for you, so you can go through and just fold all of these so it goes around your box a little bit easier. And then you put a strip of the tear tape, which it comes with a little partial roll in your little box. Put a piece of that here. And then when you fold it over your box, you'll want to put that flap down first, and you can either put your adhesive here. I like to put it here, so if it doesn't go all the way to the edge, you don't have extra sticky right here. But you don't want to close that up super tight or you won't be able to slide the little box out. So you want to wrap that around just enough so it stays closed. I'm not actually going to do that with this one because I think I might use the rest of these for something else. So I'm going to leave that like this. But here are the other ones. So you get these 3 overlays in here that goes around your boxes. But we're going to use them as something else. So this one I've cut this piece here like this. So how did I do that? I cut, okay. So I've cut here and here. This little piece, which is this one, I'm going to use that as a tag on some other card and just kind of flag, give the, cause it's a little bit slanted, but I'm going to, you know, straighten out my edges, use that as a tag, and then I've just left that nice little score line as an element on my card, added the ghost and the spider, added another one on the inside, just to a plain black card base. Now this one, I have cut this apart again, but I actually just cut out the webbing, and then that's where I used this little piece that was left over to do a tag, just kind of flagged the end of it, did some stamping, and you can tell I did, there we go, I did an embossing folder, just kind of a basic one. Any of your pattern ones would be great. Added a couple of those little punched out webs for the inside. And this one, this is an old embossing folder, but I love it. It's that web one. So that I thought would work really well with this kit. I added just a little bit of silver cording. I did a different type of a tag. I took this punch, so to do this one, so you can get different looks with these punches when you cut them just a little bit different. So I've turned this over and I took an 1.5-inch strip and put that in, if I can get it in there, there we go. So I put it in like that to cut it. So you're gonna lose this part and just get this type or shape of a tag. So you can use these in different ways. And this one here, I've cut this direction instead. So you just put those in, play with different widths, and you can get all kinds of different looks with your punches. So that's how I got that tag. And then of course I have on the inside some more stamping with the little webs and the little spider that comes in here. So here we've got a different card, so I've used this piece here, and it does have the score lines on it because the pattern of the paper, it disguises it pretty well. I don't normally like having random, you know, score lines on my cards, but it hides it pretty well because of the pattern, just depending. So I got this this little, all my pieces here. So I got this little pumpkin and Thanksgiving from a past paper pumpkin kit. I'm going to show you how I did that here in just a minute. So let me put this block on that block, move this over. And this is how, since it's all on one stamp, you want to color the stamp different colors. So I will show you how I did that super quick. So we're going to ink it up. And this stamp set was from last year's paper pumpkin kit. Okay, so first I'm going to ink the whole thing in pumpkin pie. So I've got the whole thing in pumpkin pie, and then you're going to take a blender pen and you're going to clean off that pumpkin pie from the stem and the leaf and that little swirly. Just clean that off on a scratch paper. You just want to get a little bit of that ink off. So when I come back with my green marker, it's not going to be quite so muddy. So now I'm going to color right on here. And I kind of like to dab it. The ink from the markers doesn't really like to settle on these clear mount blocks, on these photopolymer blocks very well. Sometimes it likes to bead up, but if it's just a little portion of your stamp, it's not that big of a deal. So I'm going to take a scrap paper and I'm going to stamp my pumpkin right on here. There we go. Now we've got the two colors from one stamp. Super cute. That's how I did that one, and I used that same punch. And then I used a Happy Thanksgiving from another paper pumpkin kit, which was, I can't seem to find now. That's okay. We'll move on. So we'll set this over here out of our way. Close that up. I don't know about you, but I always flip something on top of an open ink pad or my thumb. So we'll move all those pieces out. Okay, so that's how I did that, and I just stamped another one of those on the inside of my card. Very cute, just to turn this into a Thanksgiving card. And then if you have any birthday, October birthdays or actual Halloween birthdays, this would be a fun birthday card. So I just used some bits and pieces. So when I cut off this piece to do this, I ended up with this portion here. And I just cut off some of these pieces to use on here. And then your other pieces came from these punch outs that you would actually use on your card, on your little gift boxes. So these have these little tags, and that's where those came from. And I just kind of piled up a few of those and did a little birthday tag, a couple little stars, kind of a cute little birthday, more little stamped spiders and webs on the inside. Super cute if you have a Halloween birthday. Move those. And then these little ghosts. Not everybody is a Halloween fan, so if you get your kit and you're not super crazy about some of the stuff that are in there, totally change it out. This is what I did with this one here. I took my ghosts, I flipped them over, and I just took a little sponge and some ink and sponged around the whole thing. First I trimmed these little jagged, you can put a few of these together as is, but I rounded those just a little bit and turned it into a flower. Had a little scratch paper, a piece of DSP with some flowers on it. Added a little punch. This is actually from the ladybug punch. That the wings actually make a very nice set of leaves, so you can do the same thing with that. Little strip in here. A great way to get some different uses out of your paper pumpkin kits, especially if you have some that are not your favorite. I will admit this isn't my favorite, but you can turn them into something else. And another thing that I did with the boxes here, I turned them into little Christmas tree boxes. How cute are those? So I just took the purple ones that come in here, which are the Orchid Oasis. No, this is the Fresh Freesia. So this is Fresh Freesia. And then I took another past paper pumpkin stamp set that was actually from the October 2019. Where did my little stamp set run away to? Here it is. So I took this little snowflake from this kit and the Winter Wishes from the same kit and turned this into a super cute little Christmas treat box. So these would be great to hand out for Christmas or even stocking stuffers. And then took one of our little snowflakes that's in the mini catalog, just added that on there, and then this one I filled with Candy Kisses. Very cute. I absolutely love these. I think I'm going to make more of these. Super cute. And then this one I took the black box, which is somewhere around here. There we go. So all of these here. So you've got all these beautiful white ones and the black ones. And I just chose some DSP. This one I've put nuggets in. So I took some, I chose some kind of a darker colored that maybe even has some black in it that would look nice with a black box. Even though it's from a Halloween kit, I have turned this one into a Christmas one. So I just took my paper, this is 12 by 12, so I've cut off a strip. So I just needed a strip that was about 7.5 inches. You can measure these here. This is actually a little bit larger. I think this is more like 8 inches, but it doesn't need to have this big of a tab to fold around your box. So I cut off 7 inches. That way I can still use this piece to make some card fronts with. So I've done that. So I've cut it this way. So now I can get four box sleeves out of a sheet, because you're going to cut this at 3 inches. So I've cut this at 7.5, and then I'll get 4 3-inch pieces from here to wrap around these boxes. And you can use this one as a template to figure out where your score lines are. I really just took this and wrapped it around my box. So I started on the back here, wrapped it around my box, and did just a little bit of creasing so I'd know where those edges are. And then I folded that up, made sure that the edges are straight, and gave myself some good creases to fold around my box. There we go. And then you can turn these into any kind of box that you want. So with these, I just took my stamp and I stamped on the background with this one with some fresh freesia, and then the little orchid oasis for my little greeting. I love these. These are super cute. Super cute. Well, those are my samples for today. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to give me a thumbs up and click that bell button so you don't miss a video. Have a wonderful day.